Well, in true RV fashion, everything that can go wrong will. This is our first shakedown trip in the new rig with the Jeep towed behind it. We just got all the slides in and the Jeep hooked up, and now we can't get the left turning signal to work on the Jeep. Worked the other day when we plugged it all in, didn't have any issues, and now of course we go to hook up to leave and it's not working. We have a half hour until we have to be checked out of this park and on our way, so not really sure how this is going to go. We have a very impatient puppy dog who cannot wait to get on the road and is just whining and crying to get moving. Oh, the fun continues. So we made it out of the KOA with about 2 minutes to spare for checkout. Made it about 1.5 miles down the road to the on-ramp where the brakes locked up in the Jeep. So we had to pull over, stopping traffic, even a semi, try to get that fixed. We are only about 30 miles down the road. Took us an hour to get here. It's been a very bumpy road. Buttons are going off everywhere. Beeping's coming from everywhere. Things are flying all over the place, falling. Oh, we stopped at a rest truck stop. We're at a Flying J right now. Getting topped off with fuel. Another pain for the day is filling up this massive tank. Oh, that's half a tank?
34 gallons, so less than that.
Painful. And knowing we're only getting, average of about 7 miles to gallon, and we're not even Omaha yet. This is better improve. Well, we made it. Where did we make it to? That's a good question. Garrettson, South Dakota. Has anybody heard of this place before? Because I had not. But after a couple hours of driving, we realized we just needed to kind of space out our day. It was pretty mentally taxing on James driving yesterday, just with all of the things to think about. Weird coming from a fifth wheel to a Class A. It's completely different. When they say that it has its own challenges, but it's different, they're not wrong. Is it better? Still undetermined. Parts of it is. Okay, for example, in the fifth wheel, when it was windy and we were driving, you could feel the wind, but you feel it more pulling on the back of the truck because it's pushing the RV. You don't really feel it much with you in the truck. But in the Class A, when that wind hits you, you are going with it the whole time. And we had about 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts on and off through South Dakota yesterday, so it was pretty intense. Also in the fifth wheel, you have the surprise at the end. The fifth wheel surprise, when you would get to a place and you would open up the door and just see everything that fell, everything that broke, everything that crashed along the way. Because you can't see that happening when you're driving. But in a Class A, you're in it. So you hear everything rattling around, every drawer that pops open and things come flying out. It could fly out at you. It's just squeaking. That's a little different for me, but we did make it. We pretty much just stopped, gave James about 5 hours of driving before he was exhausted and we had to find him. We are here in Garrettson, South Dakota at a winery, Humble Hills Winery. Got here last night, we got set up. Very nice couple that are doing non-traditional crops in South Dakota, which I think is amazing. And they have this cute little winery set up on their acreage. They had about 10 wines to choose from. We went in and did a flight and tried about 6 of them. They were pretty good. A couple of them definitely were worth buying a bottle and taking home. So it was a great night. We also met other RVers that came in, chatted with them, and was able to just relax. It is so peaceful and quiet out here. We're definitely trying to evaluate what it's going to be like to travel in this rig, and I think it's going to be a little slower than we anticipated. Hey Yori, what did you think of your drive day? Hey, I'm interviewing you. What do you think of your drive day? It was hot. Shakedown Trip Day 1 recap. Okay, have no turning signal on the Jeep. We have a braking system on the Jeep that does not want to unbrake. Oftentimes is burning the brakes on the Jeep. Have to do some rearranging so that things don't fall out. That's normal. In-dash navigation control system panel fell into the dashboard while driving down the road. Piece. That piece just came off of that.
This was loose already.
And in true Fly the Coop fashion, we're gonna keep going on because you know what? We're not really smart enough to turn around and go back and just admit defeat. No, we're just gonna keep going because it makes for great entertainment. And why the hell not? Hoping to push on. Maybe we can make it to the Badlands. We've always wanted to stay and boondock out at the Badlands. So that's what we're hoping to get to today. We'll see how it goes.